Beijing asks Alibaba to shed its media assets. China's government has asked Alibaba to dispose of its media assets as officials grow more concerned about the technology giant's sway over public opinion in the country. Hello. Discussions over the matter have been held since early this year after Chinese regulators reviewed a list of media assets owned by Alibaba whose mainstay businesses as online retail. Officials were appalled at how expansive Alibaba's media interests have become and asked the company to come up with a plan to substantially curtail its media holdings. Alibaba has throughout the years assembled a formidable portfolio of media assets that span print, broadcast, digital, social media, and advertising. Notable holdings include stakes in Twitter-like Weibo platform, several popular Chinese digital and print news outlets, as well as South China's Morning Post, a leading English newspaper, English language newspaper in Hong Kong. Several of these holdings are in U.S.-listed companies. Such influence is seen as posing serious challenge to the Chinese Communist Party and its powerful propaganda say the word right there. Apparatus. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Vehicle.
thoughts on China?
Dude, I mean, they're not even freaking hiding it at this point. Like, it's not even like, well, I wonder what they're doing. I mean, there's a smoking gun right here. They're basically saying there's no free press. There's no fucking First Amendment here in China. There's no, free speech. They are completely curtailing it. They're seeing what's happening, especially in the social media side of things, big tech in the U.S., and they're saying, hell no, we are not allowing that here in China. The CCP controls that. I think it's pretty funny that they, quote unquote, asked Alibaba to dispose of its media assets and asked the company to come up with a plan to substantially curtail its media holdings. And they were, quote unquote, appalled at how expansive Alibaba's media interests are. They said, get your ass in the principal's office, sit in the chair, do what the hell I'm going to have you do, or you're going to go and end up like Jack Ma at a re-education camp and not be seen for a couple months. This is the biggest difference. When we talk about China's, potentially being the #1 economy in the world and they're going to surpass United States, be careful what you wish for with China leading the way for the rest of the world. It's not a democracy. It's an autocracy. They don't give two Fs what the people have to say. So if you're cool with 1.5 billion robots following what Xi Jinping basically decrees, then go have at it in China. But nobody wakes up and says, one of these days I'm going to make it to China and I'm going to live a better life in China. Hell no. That's still America's place on the planet. So we need to recognize that I think Bill Maher said something like this. He said something like, there's got to be something in between, an authoritarian government that tells everyone what to do and a representative government that can't do anything at all. So an authoritarian government, like in China, will tell you what to do. And, we're fighting amongst ourselves here in America. We got to do better. But China is not the direction we want to frickin' go. And that's a case example right there that they're not even allowing a media, a big time company to quote unquote voice their opinion. This would be like saying Jeff Bezos, because Jack Ma is basically the Jeff Bezos of China. That's the best analogy. And what publication did Jeff Bezos buy? The Washington Post, right? And he has the freedom to do whatever the hell he wants with the Washington Post. You want to go liberal with it? Go liberal with it, bro. You want to get more conservative? Go get conservative with it. But do what you want to do. But not in China. Sorry, Jack Ma. Sorry, Simon Hu. Sorry, Eric Jing. These people that are running Ant Group and Alibaba. You're going to follow our lead or get the hell out of the way and go to your re-education camp.
Is this a forecast of what's going on in America? And they're canceling their media assets. What's going on over here in America? Canceling Twitter accounts, canceling our freedom of speech. Every time I reflect back on my military experience, 2 deployments with the 15th Marine Expeditionary Unit, and every time I traveled across the world on these deployments, how much I appreciated America. How much more I said, America's a great place to be. We got roads, we got this, we can that. Things that we can say easily here in America, I think a lot of people take for granted, because you try that type of stuff in China, you're done. You talked about Jack Ma and the re-education camp. Where is Jack Ma? There's, where's a lot of characters at? Where is Jack Ma? Where's Jimmy Hoffa? Where's Jack Ma? And so when you're looking at America, that social experiment we talked about a minute ago, where coming out of high school, Wouldn't this be an amazing type of social experiment? That before going to college, take a chapter out of the Mormon playbook there, serve for 2 years.
Yeah.
Serve either the military, do public service, do a nonprofit organization for 2 years, see how much you appreciate the rest of the world, then come back to America and talk to me about how much you don't like it over here. My thoughts.
It's powerful to be thinking about that. And both of you guys made a lot of good points, but I will tell you one thing here. Kudos to Bill Maher. Bill Maher's been pushing the envelope a lot lately. Bill Maher's been saying, hey, don't join this cancel culture. Hey, you liberals out there.
Yeah.
And he's a hardcore liberal, doesn't believe in God religiously. The documentary video that he did, he went to
religious
list. Religious list. So I respect a lot of Bill Maher today. You know, I think the other day I was having a conversation with Gerard Heron. He's a comedian out of New York. And Gerard used to be part of the team. You remember Gerard, Big G.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was part of the team. And, you know, he was talking about, he says, this era eliminates Rodney Dangerfield. It eliminates Tim Allen. It eliminates all the famous Seinfeld, eliminates a lot of the legendary Republican and independent comedians. You have to be very careful today because there's an audience of 100 million people that like the conservative comedian, that like that jokes that they make, right? You can't have those comedians today. So why are they getting their comedy today, right? Why should they not have the competition today? It's a dangerous place to go, but today, more than ever, Bill Mahers are important. By the way, there is no Bill Maher without HBO. So you have to give some credence and respect to the fact that HBO hasn't canceled Bill Maher.
Right.
It's not like Bill Maher says diplomatic, politically correct things. Bill Maher goes off the charts and he says some stuff. You've never heard HBO saying we're going to cancel Bill Maher. They've stuck to Bill Maher. Respect for. By the way, HBO will do hardcore socialist documentaries and shows. They'll do center. They'll go right. They'll go. I mean, obviously they're a little bit more left and they're on the right, but still, you know, they leave Bill alone. They don't say, hey, you cannot say something like that. And we'll say, no, Bill is Bill Maher, right? I think we need more Bill Mahers. We need more Jon Stewarts today. We need more guys like that are being vocal because, or else, the next thing we're looking at is what? A China situation, what they got going on. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.